Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 8 of my Salty Shaka series. We have impies, and we are at war with Greece, so fun times ahead. And before we begin, I just want to share something with you guys. I don't know if you caught it at the end of the last part. I didn't, but it just so happened the way things happened, the order of things is we captured the city, and then we had an MP one-shot a catapult here. And as a result, we got faith from that because this religion includes the Pantheon, gain faith if you win a battle within 4 tiles of your city. And that's great because Sparta is also got that religion, and that's where we're heading on our way to Athens. So we can actually farm a little bit of faith as we're killing off all these things. So that's interesting. And it kind of got me thinking, like, if you're going to play honor, is that a Pantheon worth taking? I'm guessing probably not, because like in a situation like this, the couple factors is that like you would need to be in a setup where you're taking multiple cities so that you take one, convert it, you have a missionary coming with your people, convert it, and now as you're killing you get some faith. Is that worth it? I can't imagine it would be. But it definitely gives me new respect for that Pantheon. If you ever read like ranking lists, most people pass that Pantheon over simply because it's conditional. And, you know, you can't fault their logic, but I think we're going to find here we actually get a bit of faith from that. Now, something else that occurred to me is impies are monsters, as we've seen. This guy's going to heal up, so I'll just get that out of the way. The impies are monsters. They're very strong one-on-one. They work very well together. So I think as we move forward, the thing I want to try and focus on is having the composite bowmen move forward in a way that's strategically advantageous in terms of hitting the city tiles. Because MPs lose their spear throw, they don't have the spear throw when they're attacking city tiles. And we don't need these to soften up units because the MPs are just going to be such monsters. So in that theory, I want to kind of get this guy across the river just because we can, and this is the only guy that can also reach across the river. So let's just do that. So he's got a blocker here, and go from there. We'll try to do stuff like this without the, because the thing to keep in mind too is that some of these. Do keep in mind that the spear throw promotion looks the same as the buffalo promotions. So we see here 3 what looks like buffalo promotions. Since it's an MP, that means one of those is spear toss. So this is only double promoted. But the point is that these units have 2 and 3 copies of cover basically built into them, different ones. So we're already quite tanky. And what this means is if we're taking less damage, pillaging of tiles is more valuable because we're healing up more effort by the enemy as we do. So yeah, that's going to be my mission moving forward. So like here we've got these 2 units. Let's say take this guy since he's furthest from the back. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Now he's in position for flanking help. 1, 2, which means he still has 1 movement left. Here 1 with the road, technically 1.5. We'll get the Great General out here to help. And now we test. Can we one-shot that? Looks like it. He's only got 6 melee, and this guy's only got 7. So we push into there, no problem, even across the river. Now we have additional. See that 5 faith? Nice, right? And then we pump in here. Let's see here. We're going to upset the Polynesians, but we're going to rack up this money. Eventually, we're going to actually find a useful city-state that we can buy, or maybe perhaps a strategic one. Like if we're going from Greece into America, maybe Brussels or Levanta here would be worth buying. So yeah, and now that we've done all that, we can actually move our composite bowman forward. Let's go here. Keep it out of bombard here. Oh, and look at this. You know what? I was thinking before we weren't going to have enough room for all of our composite bowmans to step and shoot the city tile. I was thinking we just had these 2 and maybe 1 over here. Not 2 just because of this bottleneck with King Solomon's Mine. But with these road tiles here, 1 can step shoot, this one can step shoot. He can step, do half a turn on a road, and bam. So we'll get 3 in there, and he simply can't participate because of... So no matter what, we need this composite bowman to take at least 1 step forward next turn so that the turn after he can contribute to that. So that's pretty cool. Great General can come here and be influencing everybody within range. And with an MP here and an MP here, there's no way he's going to get to it. So it's not like we have to worry about capture. Okay, so now that that's all taken care of, we can start heading the worker forward. I don't actually know. Okay. We know the siege on Athens is going to take longer. It has a palace, it has walls. It's going to resist our efforts. And of course, the closer we get to the heart of his civilization, the more we're going to find units, probably. So it might end up being that we keep Sparta for a minute just to have a place for our units to heal up. Maybe even have a place for him to invite his units to come to us so we can kill him off for the faith. Um, so I think it might be worthwhile to bring the worker a little forward because this city's got 3 copies of incense, right? And that's ultimately what we get from Athens. But if we have Sparta completely burned down before we capture Athens, like on a turn before, any incense deals that we make will be broken. Because that's the whole reason we're not selling off the copper, right? Like, we burn this to the ground. That deal does not get broken because it just starts utilizing this copper, and that just takes our copper away. So we might have to pillage here, so we'll bring the worker in for the purpose of keeping these incense. And then for every extra copy of incense we have, we can sell it off to somebody, burn Sparta to the ground. We might hold it at 1 hex just to keep the religion and a place to heal our units a little bit quicker. That remains to be seen, but I'm just trying to think ahead. As long as Sparta is burned completely down, at the start of a turn, before we capture that, like, all deals will be broken. So that seems like something worth shooting for. No pun intended. Okay, so he's going to come up through here. There's our surrendered worker. Let's see here. You were just plain heading west to join the efforts. Okay, this guy wants to get as close to being on top of this Grecian city as possible so we can get eyes on. I'm guessing this is the city town. We'll find out though. Okay, borders, but we only have 1 movement point left, so I'm thinking this hill gets us really good. Alright, so it looks like American city here, American city here. We can step 1, 2, and come over here maybe or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Road interrupt. I still don't know exactly how I want to do this on the grand scheme of things. I'm thinking patronage opener might be better than wagon trains. And if we're not going to get wagon trains, I certainly don't want to complete this. Right now it's okay because we're just basically delaying his... because I anticipate Athens is going to take longer, we probably will be doing our share of pillaging there in a city we intend to keep. So that's going to be a place where we actually will want to have the workers with us. And it looks like Sparta's got a... okay, I'm seeing an ellipses here. I'm not sure what that means. Copper, salt. We don't have gold or marble that would show up there, so maybe that means horses. Indeed it does. Okay, well, how many horses would you like? I have lots. More? Okay. Poland is one civ where it's a little dangerous to sell horses to, but I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, we knew this was coming. And unfortunately, we just got to tell them off because we will probably tax them again if the day comes where that's a useful thing to do. Alright, promotions, promotions. Good, good, good. Okay, new guy. He comes over the river. We do have this camp down here yet. I do think because of all the fighting we're going to have to do against units, it's a good idea to send this guy towards the war. But perhaps this guy... In fact, let's just go ahead and rename him so I don't lose sight of this. West Death Squad. And then perhaps after this composite bowman is finished over here, he can join him. Keep in mind, MPs don't need the support that spearmen do quite as much. So here we go. And you know what? Let's return to unit. I want to take a look at this. Bombarded enemy archer 37, and then it just says destroyed. So I guess in this case the spear throw accounted for 37 damage. I'm guessing the tooltip doesn't account for that, right? There's nothing here that says spear throw and then separate. So that'll kind of be fun because we'll always be hitting harder than it says, but it's also going to be just a little bit annoying because we're not going to have a clear picture of what's going on. I think we want to just keep pumping out impies, but let's just test that theory. Yeah, we are burning a city down. That would take off 2.5 from our total supply, but we're also about to take over a city, so I don't know how that's calculated. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I meant to interrupt. We don't want to be doing too much. Okay, so again, like I was saying, I definitely need this guy to step forward at least one. So let's step this guy one. Ooh, look at that. Luckily, they're not going to be able to see us from here, so we'll do that. And can you finish this off? Indeed. Okay, so pillage. And then step back one. We could cross the river and just get out of bombard range altogether, but he's so damaged that he will be the recipient. And since we'll have units in the way, we don't have to worry about the hoplite contributing to that. And it just so happens this guy has triple buffalo promotion, so that's the equivalent to triple cover. So, good stuff. Alright, we just want this guy across the river, so we'll go 1, 2, 3 just for visibility. And we'll get this guy here. And then step, shoot city tile, step, shoot the city tile, step onto the road, shoot the city tile. Nice. Okay. And we move him here. And let me just test what we would get if we hit this right now. It would do about 26 back to us. We're already missing, what, 7? I'm just trying to look in terms of next turn we can pillage and he can be the capturer since he's on this side of the river. It's a bit unwieldy to begin with. Just to soften up the city, what we can do here is look. We've done 84 from 3 composite bowmen. That's 2.8 per on average. Times 4, that's actually 8112. So whatever this heals, perhaps one of these guys does the damage. So I don't think we need to hit it. But I'm just thinking that we could, right? Because we can pillage this, whereas this full health one came to the tile. That was not. I think we should do that. It gets us experience. Yeah. Should still hit this one. Or we could move this guy out of the way altogether. But if we leave him here, then that means once we capture the city, he can get to like a safe tile and heal up quickly. Okay, the only problem with this arrangement is we would kind of like the worker to come here, but we also kind of want the great general to come there, right? Oh, you know what? This is definitely going to... Well, but that's not a tile we need to repair. Okay, so let's do this and figure out what's the second best. Moving the great general here is just as good. It only doesn't affect this guy. And if we step into this tile next turn, it will affect that guy. But I don't think we need to. We hit this with that, so we'll just sit him there. Like so, and here we do actually get the visibility we're looking for. Hey, hey, another natural wonder. So now I'm really starting to question his choice of settle locations. I'm loving that he's giving us full value for this stuff. I wonder how long it'll last. Okay, that's a lot of visibility. Good job. I'm just going to name this guy Scout. He's confused, but he's being helpful nonetheless. So we're not going to hold that against him. Alright. So there we go. We'll keep eyes on what's going on there. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Not even a chance. Okay, so we did go for that far. Impy.
3 things are necessary for the salvation of man.
Okay, lots of promotions it looks like. Nice. So I just want to peek at this. The spear throw did 37 to the archer. I wonder if that's based on strength and stuff. Because it looks like taking into a factor of the spear throw that we could one-shot this. I'm willing to try. Nice! Okay. Wow, okay. That was just an experiment. What I could have done to help improve my odds is move this guy here. Because I don't know if you guys knew this. I always thought this was like a flanking thing. You know, 2 units beside one another. But no, it literally means adjacent tile. So if this guy had stepped here, even though he's on the other side of the camp, a military unit adjacent, he hits harder. I wanted to try this because if it worked and there's no other barbarians, this guy can start backing out. But if it didn't work, he would definitely be able to finish it up the next turn. So this way we get this composite bowman back out of here a turn sooner, which is really great. Okay, second survivalism is probably the way to go. Raging barbarians and all. I mean, look how much we did back though, right? 30 just by sitting there. Ain't that something? I think he was full health. I don't actually know, but so we got to back up here just to get some rehabilitation, we'll call it. Alright, so we need those guys to just keep hitting city tiles. Alright, so there's that. 7 turns until border growth over here. Okay, so when it says 6 turns, we'll come up here, start chopping. 5, 4, we finish. 3, 2. Alright, so we might let the cattle go for a minute. On to education. It is immortal, so it's entirely possible that there's civs out there that are doing much better than the people we've already met scientifically. So it may even be that it comes to pass that going for the hyper science is necessary. I mean, we got to do something, right? Like, we literally are a one-trick pony. It's all of our... I've seen people online post stuff about how the Zulus are overrated, and I'll tell you what, from the driver's seat, I don't see how that's a thing, but... yeah. Okay, so in this city, what do we want next? We want the temple, right? Because that will be happiness, and it will be faith. Look at our faith. This at the start of the part, this part, I'm pretty sure this said 23. And that was only, I don't know how many turns ago, but, yeah, that's definitely from killing some units nearby. There's that guy. Alright. So, ideally, we just want all the archers hitting the city tile. Let me see here. We pillage here. I have an idea. He can move here, 1, 2, right? Like so. He can move here, pillage, and he still has a movement point left. So once the city is taken, we can really start running into these guys nice and good. That's pretty good. Now this guy can step here, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And unfortunately, we're not going to get XP on this impy here. Oh well. Raise the city. And we'll take a look at it. No buildings. And that's something. Alright. We'll say gold. You get to improving, please. And we did get a worker in the deal, so that guy can start improving that. If our happiness was such that we could afford to sell off. So yeah, I think I will hold this to 1 and just make sure that it's burnt down completely a turn before we capture Athens. Alright, so now we can basically attack this guy. Oh, that is so good that we didn't finish him off, because now this guy gets out of his way, and we can start unloading into this guy. Look at that. Bam. Bam. Whew. Good stuff. Lots of gold, lots of faith. I love it. Nice. Alright, so now the job is basically going to be... Oh, crap. Our great general is kind of stuck. Well, we come here, we can be less stuck next turn. It's fine. Yeah, because we're going to have to try and make sure we get these guys across the river, get them set up optimally to unload on that tile. And what would that look like? 1 here to step shoot, and then there's only 2 tiles here to step and shoot from. And rough there, so we might even have one come all the way around here, land on here as everybody's descending. Step shoot from 3 tiles, and then we'll have a 4th one. Of course, if we're going to do that, we might as well end up the tile here. That way we can have melee spread protecting everybody. That's a better idea, right? Indeed. Okay. Another great general. Wow, why is he spawning way over there? That's like as far away from everything as possible. Let's see here. We will just bring him west, right? Because with the prospect of going after America next, we might have a little detachment split off early. So having multiple great generals where the main wars are going to be, that just makes sense to me. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though. Okay, get some visibility. Okay, that's a hill, so I probably will step up there, even though I really want to see the other side of this mountain range. Okay, worker. Yeah, looks like crossing the river is going to be more profitable. Okay, so it looks like Scout's going to get slowed down a little bit. This guy's entrenched into some mountains and such. No worries. Alright, what's going on over here? 8. So we're kind of at another point where we could give up another worker, right? Because we do have another one that belongs to Jerusalem. 1 turn to grow. Tell you what, let's get him over the river. We'll have this guy start heading that way to do whatever grows here. And we'll have the Jerusalem one come down here and get captured as well. In fact, they got a mission. So this will be our ally. And they have pearls developed, in fact. Nice. Cool. And this is the guy that's going to be heading towards that camp. So that will be relatively soon. Cool. I like it. Yeah, come to us.
Is the
Come to
following
us.
trade of interest to you?
I don't see why not. What do you guys think? See if we'll get 3. Nice!
All right.
I was just being greedy, but yeah, if you're going to go for that. More money, more money, more money. Cool. Alright, Golden Age is over. Sad day. Let's see here. So we'll move that there. That's already doing optimal. New growth comes here. And let's just take a look here. 8, growing 8, growing 6. Definitely. As long as we have the happiness to support it. Grow, grow, grow. We're just going to pump out MP after MP after MP. Let's see here.
Pozdrawiam cię.
You still giving us full value?
Zamieniam się w
It
słuch.
wasn't going to last forever.
Absolutnie nie.
Okay. Well, he's only got the 2 gold per turn. I don't know if I want to give up the 2 for 2. We already addressed that when we were covering this. Borders grow. It is the river tile, so that's good. But this is a Jerusalem worker, so let's just give him out here. You come here. You're heading west. Good. Traffic jam averted. Let's see here. You're coming over there. Piece of cake. Alright, promotions time. And I think we might just take a turn. I'll take a look better. I'm glad this threw me off at first when he showed up. I thought it was a barbarian, but thankfully that's not the case. We already addressed that. Good deal. Alright, market is done in this city. Ooh, is it time for an Ikanda here? I think it is. Ikanda into composite bowman. Because our east death squad, the composite bowman is moving west. And this will be a backfill. And if you look at the build times of Ikanda plus composite bowman, it's about on time for university. So he'll actually spit out 1 unit before we have to divert production. Okay, so we finish this off like so. And we get started on this one here. He can actually rip up the road there, so we're not paying on it. We don't want to rip up forward roads because they're actually going to help us to mobilize, generally speaking. Okay. We'll step him forward 1. I kind of want to come over here because we are looking to get off to the side, right, with at least 1. This might be the time for that. You know, and we got this MP here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, because he's coming down. So he can come up here, and we'll either cross the river here, and then he leads, or he can go here, and he can come from behind since he's faster. Alright, so what we'll do, and maybe the way we'll do that is we'll have the worker come into the trees, so we have visibility over, or just use it to radar. Like there's a unit there now, but we gotta assume everything he's got is gonna come pouring towards the city. The guy that captured the city really wants to use the city tile for himself. So let's do that. We can get these guys across the river without doing that. I do want to try to favor them tactically, but unfortunately healing requires standing still. So let's just do this for now. We'll wait for more units to show up, and then we'll go from there. We can at least move the Great General here, and frankly I don't see a reason not to move him here. This guy is on a road, but this road tile is in our border, so he wouldn't be able to make use of it. So really only horseman-like type things, and we're very strong against them, even on defense. We have a D flank, so yeah, I think it's safe to do this. Plus, keep in mind, we're going to heal up 20 before it's his turn. So that's fine by me. We have double survivalism, so he'll be healed up in no time. Do we get any more visibility? Well, we get a mountain tile, so that's better than nothing, I suppose. Get up on that hill. Oh, camp. Hey, I see city-state borders, and I see civ borders. Okay, how are we going to make use of that? I guess here, here, here. Camp's way away from us, so that's good. The camp can actually see the borders here, and anything that spawns over here can see those borders. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be safe from that. Let's see. We'll head up on the hill just for the visibility. Let's see, 1, 2. We don't really need to heal him up in the field, do we? I seem to remember this was going to be close, but not quite. We got the choppings to do. Yep, you sit tight there. Okay, so we do have one extra copy of Incense right now. We have taken a city since we've met everybody, so we have to assume there's going to be a little hostility. Minus 31, minus 32, minus 15. So Washington is likely to give us the best deal at this moment.
I'm listening.
Will he give us the full 7? Not quite. All right.
No.
No. Okay. Loud and clear, my brother. And we already know that he's not going to give us... There we go. Bringing it to us. Hey, we figured out a trick where we ask for 1 gold more, and you say, oh, oh, oh. Must be those negative modifiers. Okay. Cool. Okay. This is going to be a little complex. New Impy. So there's that. He can also be in the west. 2 Impies is better probably than an Impy and a composite bowman in most circumstances, I would think. Alright. So he'll probably do 2 for 3, right? He was doing full value before. Come on. There we go. Alright, nice. He wants more, but he doesn't have the gold to afford it. Take a look at our unit supply. Alright, it's up to 30 now, which means we technically need 3 full units over to incur the... And we're 1 over. So I think we should make at least 1 more empty. And I don't want to forget this is the turn that we need to turn off the city raising. And what we'll do, people-wise, is we'll just put it on the pure gold tile. We don't want this growing. We don't want it building anything. So there's that. Okay, let me look at this for a second because... Well, hang on. We know we're going to do this, right? And yes, and then he's ripping up this road. Like so. Save us some money. Oh, maybe I should... I always do that. I should have given him the opportunity to make use of the road first. There's no reason to blow it up first like that. Okay. Okay. What we can do is have him do some radaring. It looks clear. So I don't see a reason not to just get him forward across the river, give us options. He can backstep. This works fine because since he's got a 3 movement, step shoot means there's only 2 hexes between him and in front of him. I really like that configuration about the Zulu. So realistically, these guys could actually both step forward and shoot. We just have a traffic jam here is the problem. And this guy really should heal 1 more turn. The problem is that if we either of these hop on the city town and use 1 road, you know. So maybe we do like a little side jog, 1 here, side jog, 1 here. I really want these guys focused on forward. Alright, so let's just take a look at this real quick. What do I do to you? Says 56, but we already know it doesn't take into account the spear toss. So... and he can move here, hit that from the side. What do I do to this? Looks like we kill it off entirely. So let's do that. Come around there. And now he's fully healed. He's more or less fully healed, so we really could do that. In fact, we should. So we will have 1 step shoot, just in case that's enough. Looks like it probably should be with the spear toss, yeah. Probably, but let's just be safe. There we go. Okay. Faith. Good deal. And now he can actually come up to here. Yeah. And he's mostly healed up, so he can come up to... let's see. 1, 2... so we could come here, here. So let's get up to here. Take a look at what we can see. And then, should we back up? Or should we take this, a more active role? He'd be able to see us. He'd probably be hitting us. And that's fine. We can tank well enough. We'd rather be on the offense, but if we do this and he's along the road, there's a gap for other people to backfill and stuff. This gets us more visible. Oh, yeah. Bring it on. Cool. This should invite them to come at us, and we can maybe back him up. And there's a traffic jam because we're trying to heal in place, but, you know. So we'll have the Great General move up like so. In fact, we'll have him move like this because then we get closer to that too. Okay. 1 more turn of healing up. He should be ready to rock. Okay. Well, we didn't get shot. And we do have survivalism, so I'm thinking maybe it's worthwhile to stay in range just so we can get over here quicker. We have 2 people to meet, essentially. Oh! Maybe not. We just met them like this. Cool. 63. And it says they want a gold, and we're above 1,000. This is happiness. This is exactly what I wanted to see. He's got gems, which we don't have yet. Nice. Here we go. Give a gift of 1,000. Nice. Whoa! Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to yell into the microphone. That took me by surprise. So in addition to the happiness we get from them and the 2 unique luxuries they give us, we get 2 more just for being able to see. Wow. And we still haven't met Germany, even with the acquisition of them. And so, since it said unknown civ, it was probably Germany, right? So if we come here, maybe we meet them, maybe we don't. But if we come here, we will definitely meet them next turn. And then we can stay out of the range of that. That seems good. Wow. What a blessing. What a blessing. And it says we're doing real well, happiness, that we can sell off more. We already knew about the incense. Ultimately, we will have gold, right? Because we have gold in the capital. Isn't that true? Yeah. So that will be duplicate as well. So we could actually sell off 2 more luxuries right now. We know he'll give us 6. Or maybe we wait until we meet Germany. Well, if he'll give us 6, we can do the incense for that, right? Because that's going to be taken away from us anyways. 5. He might be lying. We'll find out here. Okay. So what I'll do, since we're past the half-hour mark anyways, is I will let it ride. I will leave it. You guys leave comments below if you think I should sell off before we pass the turn, just to get the money up front, or if we should wait for to meet Germany so that we can potentially sell it to them. That's probably going to be a good idea. It's just a question of how well are they doing. In retrospect, given that decision, I really should have just stepped forward on the off chance that this is a hill or there's a unit here. And well, no, from here it would have had to be a hill with a unit on it. So, okay, I guess I didn't screw up that, but I'm thinking probably it's just a question of how well are they doing. Do they have 14 GPT and not have gold, not have incense? It really won't matter because the damage to reputation is done with everybody else. So the same 5-6 per turn we can get right now, we'll get next turn as well, is what I'm getting at. So, all right, we'll just have him take the direct route. He gets over the river next turn. Perfect. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Cross the river here. Something like that. We have plenty of workers here, so I'm going to stick with the idea of pre-building roads, even though in the end it might not pan out. The thing is we could potentially keep sending units from the east, so having a road here might, we already know that there's at least 3 civs back this way, right? So I don't know. That's another thing you guys can let me know what you think about. And just to count it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, we do need 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we kill this guy on this tile, we will get faith, but we do need to back up if we want to rake in the faith. And I do think because we extended one guy, one tanky guy like this, he'll start coming out, and if so, we can just split him up right here, figure out good spots for the composite bowmen to occupy as they march forward. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like if you feel I've earned it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.